for all of the people who have shared so far. We have about 20 minutes, I believe, for questions. So I'm gonna look to see, let's see here. We have Aldo.
Yes, hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just find out this meeting and it says about gratitude. So I'm very grateful today to be here with you guys because I'm an addict. I don't know if somebody relate with me, but and age and I, it's a big thing. I don't know if you guys were talking about age and I. So I'm very grateful. And just for today, I'm so grateful that I don't even have to use no more. You know, I lose the desire to use and find new ways of doing things, you know. Because it's very hard where I'm right now. I'm near Boston. So I just traveled this morning, like three Zoom meetings and 3 different states. And I came back here to Boston and I came on the news. They say it's the drug infested area, the worst of the worst. So I mean, it's so fortunate that I'm here today just to tell you guys that how fortunate I am that it gets even worse. So any addict, I don't know how, it's very hard for age and I, but it worked for me, you know what I'm saying? I came from age and I get the message, you know, like some other people that say about jails and shit like that, they don't work for me. The jails and the books and whatever you guys do, I just play games with your books and NA books, and I just do curlings all day because they're the cleanest books in the jail. The NA books. But today, it's so crazy. There's thousands of addicts. I mean, like, I don't know, but a lot. I'm in Boston, and I go on, like, Southampton Street, which is, like, really crazy area. I'm just, like, I'm a crazy guy, too, you know? I got an addiction. I got a disease, you know? I go to the shelter with a stress limousine just to pick up drugs. That's how crazy I am. Or I go sleep in a homeless shelter just to pick up drugs. But I don't know how to say it. It's like I lose the desire just by coming to these meetings, you know. And one guy they share, an age and I was in detox. Trust me, they don't work. But I don't know how, after relapses so many times, I find myself 16 months after the guy share an age and I grab the guy and I say, come here, so I can give you a hug. Is your name Joy that you invited to me in your group? So I become a group member over there. And just like here, like somebody had to ask me, do you want to share and what do you want to share? And are you a member of NA? Like what, I have to show my ID? Get the fuck out of here. You know, the only membership is the desire to stop using, you know what I mean? I don't know how you guys do it, but I'm telling you, nothing works. You try to do God's work, that first step, it's not gonna work. I don't know. It's very hard to grab an addict from the street. There's 1,000 addicts over there, and I'm one of them. And you know how hard it is to tell somebody that NA works? So everybody finds their own way. So myself, I find it through age and I, okay? But it took me years, like 25 years. I don't know the other people, you know, I just want to thank God. And today, since you guys talking about gratitude, I'm so grateful to God for giving me my life back. And I don't want to talk all day because I'm going to start crying, but make no fucking mistake. If you guys like been in jails and shit, so am I. I've been on those 3 places all over, like so many times, jails, institution, and death, over and over and over and over and over again. But just today, I'm so grateful that I don't have to use no more. And God bless you all, and thank you for doing whatever you do, okay? I don't speak any language, okay? But thank you.
Thank you so much, Aldo. We have some other hands up. I'm going to call them out in the order that I believe they appeared. We have Irene, John, and Wayne. And then after that, we have KCB and Big Steve. And then I think that will be all the time that we have. Please remember to just make your comments or your questions short in case somebody needs to answer a question. We do only have about 15 minutes left before we need to break and get ready for the next session, okay?
Perfect. Addict named Irene. I I think this is brilliant, and I don't know like who I need to connect with if it's at my area level. Getting Zoom meetings into our county jail. They locked down at the beginning of the pandemic, and we haven't been able to go in since. And I know that those women were truly grateful for us coming in every Tuesday. So I'd like to be able to get the message back into those women. But where do I go? How do I start that process? That's all I got.
Irene, were you directing that to any one of the presenters or to all three?
Anybody that can answer, direct me, anybody.
Okay, in the chat, we do have some information on how to contact all of the presenters. If you want to check the chat, they have their information in there, and you can definitely give them a call.
Thank you.
Absolutely. John?
Thank you. I got here a little late because I had stuff to do today, but somebody invited me, so I did want to say that I caught some of what Alyssa had to say, and it was quite interesting. But my question, similar to Irene's, the state has locked down all the prison systems where I live. And we've reached out, you know, as the H&I chair, I reached out to all the contacts I had to try to set up Zoom meetings, not only in the prison systems, but in the treatment centers. And their big thing that they had the most issue with was the HIPAA laws and how they could protect their clients and the inmates, you know, from people breaking their anonymity. To me, it seemed like, you know, we would go in there face to face, but now with the whole thing with Zoom and the ability to be able to record, we've offered them some solutions. I don't know, maybe somebody can tell me what they did, but we've reached out. We've sent some emails to the governor, you know, they haven't been answered yet. So maybe somebody's got some ideas. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe Wayne is next.
I'm Wayne. I'm an addict.
Hey, Wayne.
Oh, wow. We both got muted. That's cool. Hey, I got mine. Mine was also directed to that HIPAA. That's what ours has been having to struggle with. Is some of the inpatient facilities have been talking about the HIPAA laws because it is easy to hit the record button, and I don't think anybody can do that, but I think that they're worried about that. And also, you know, Rod, what computer are they using in these county jails to where they can put people, and then you have to have an officer set it up and log the person in. And I think they're just so full and busy with all this that they're not wanting to take the time for maybe the people to come out and sit in a room and have to sit with them. Has that been a problem? Because it is here.
Does any of the presenters have a response to that? It looks like Chris has got his hand up.
If I can answer both those questions, we've done a couple things. One thing I didn't talk about that we did is during the lockdown on the COVID, and I think we're going to see the rates go up in the penitentiaries again. I know we will come January, February during the flu season. We've done commercials, and I just call them commercials because I have no other way to present it. But so we've done little 60-second bits, and it would be like, "Hi, I'm Wayne S. I'm an addict. My clean date is this. We love you. Da 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 da. I'm a member of Narcotics Anonymous," and that shoots across their TVs during their lockdown, because the prison is shooting it out maybe once every hour. They'll shoot or 2 hours, like a little commercial. And the NA is here. That's one thing we've done at Sterling, which was overran with COVID. The other solution are webinars. You hook up a webinar, okay? So the webinar chooses who is going to be seen. And that webinar will be, let's say, Wayne, you have it, and it's going into the jail, the prison, or the treatment center. We're getting a lot of kickback on the HIPAA. But with the webinar, we jump over that hurdle because the only person, like on our Monday night Zoom, which is a webinar, you'll see the panel and you'll see the speaker. But none of the clients are ever seen on that. So that's been a huge thing that we do, and you can get that technology. My number is there. If you want to reach out to me, I'll hook you up with Jason Al, who is our audio guy, audio video chair for H&I for the region, and we'll get all that information to you. The other thing that's really key is recording this. In the prisons, they don't want to group people up. A lot of the treatment centers don't want to do group people up. So they have we're sending them our DVDs. And like I said earlier, we've done over 500. We'll do another 500 probably in January if we can get them out, because we got new speakers. We'll send them out, and then they can sit and they can watch a man or a woman in Narcotics Anonymous share their experience, strength, and hope, and get the message into the facility, whether it's one person or they want to put 3 or 4 people, however they want to do it. But we have done that, and real proud of the work the guys in Colorado, the women and men, have done to overcome those hurdles.
All right. Thank you very much.
Before we go to the next person, I just want to speak out loud, please, that this is being translated. If we can speak slowly, a little more slowly, and be aware and take care of our translators who are doing a great service for us. Thank you.
Okay, did that question get answered? Did it, whoever asked that? Wayne? Yeah. Okay, the next one up is KCB.
Hi, I am Zeke, and I'm an addict from Wichita, Kansas. And my question was also about the DVDs, and I just thought of something also, but I wanted to know a little bit more about the process. And they're just speaker DVDs that you're shooting to them. You're not worried about anonymity or anything like that. Like if we quit doing what we're doing, we're not I mean, we are representing Narcotics Anonymous, but at the same time, we're prone to slip also. And like I was wondering about, you said each TV, there's only a certain amount of cells that face a TV if they're on lockdown. I know that for sure. Some of them cells ain't seeing that TV. But I mean, that's just something to do with the institution itself.
Chris?
And I want to.
So my name is Chris. I'm an addict. When I'm talking about the TVs, I'm talking about a penitentiary. I'm not talking about a county jail. And in a penitentiary, I know from my experience, I had a TV. So most guys doing time for long stretches have that ability. Well, if they don't have it, then their cellie has it. So keep that in mind. The DVDs, we have the speakers and the people on the panel that are involved in it. It's a 30-day. We keep them alive for 30 days, and then we rotate new people in. And we have we're very, very strong on the anonymity piece and the confidentiality. And we have a signed copy from our speakers that it is okay to put that out, and we do it for 30 days because we don't know what's going to happen in 60 days. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. So we're turning the inventory.
Okay, I understand. Thank you. Appreciate your answer.
Thank you. And then Phil, did you want to respond to that as well?
Unmute. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
can hear you.
Okay. In the county jails in the state of Utah, they all have their own process. Okay. And we have literally done Zoom orientations. And then the new people who want to qualify to participate in that particular facility fill out an application and get cleared. So that's very important for us in the state of Utah. We've actually done Zoom orientations. Before the pandemic, we would go in and do those on an annual basis. So again, I'm going to stress how important it is to have a champion inside the facility. and establish a relationship with somebody there. Whether it's a lieutenant or a sheriff, or if they have a programs coordinator, it's so vital to take the time and establish this. You know, our recovery is about open, honest communication skills. Okay. So it's so vital to have somebody dealing with somebody on the inside. And the phrase I use is inside champion, somebody who we have a relationship with. And we have to play by their rules, plain and simple. So that's very simple. Okay. You know, I'm alive today because I had to learn that rules are rules, and why they're rules are none of my effing business. Just follow the rules. Okay.
Fair.
And what's the first word in our basic text? Simplicity. Okay. So we have to keep it simple, and we have to deal with this on their terms. Okay. So propose an orientation if that's an issue. Okay, where they could do an online orientation, and then you can send in clearance applications, you know, to make sure you get cleared so you can go into the facility. And I see Chris raising his hand again, so I'll be quiet. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much. So we've only got just a few minutes left. We do have 2 more people who have their hands up. So we're going to go ahead and go to Big Steve. And then after that, I believe it is, hold on, let me look. Terry. So if these can be real quick, that would be wonderful.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Big Steve, Big Attic, Cheyenne, Wyoming. I want to thank all of our speakers today, because every one of you have addressed questions I've had, and I know others have had. But our situation here is, when COVID came, of course, everything got locked down. They just said, go away. And sometime around August, you know, they sent us a note and said, if you're interested in a Zoom thing, here it is. Well, it was, to us, absurd. They sent it just to a couple of us. And they wanted us to be on a time that was, you know, not good for us. I think it was 2 or 3 on a Tuesday, 2 to 3 on a Tuesday. And had to be in a public place as far as on our end. They didn't want it in any of our houses. We had taken several years to get 8 guys cleared, and we had a rotation. 6 of them were working all the time during those hours. So we just said, let it slide. Now, here it is, the new year. I'm feeling guilty that we aren't in there, because I'm an H&I kind of guy. But I'm hearing a lot of good things. I want to thank Phil and Chris and Alyssa and everybody that shared. I'm impressed, and I know you're pressed for time, so go on. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Okay, so Terry, would you like to share real quick?
Okay, so I'm an addict. My name is Terry. I work with the Colorado Department of Corrections for Narcotics Anonymous here with Chris. And I just wanted to say I'm so grateful that I was able to get on. What Phil had said about developing relationship is above and beyond the exact, that's how we started. That is so key. I know that 17 years ago, well, actually, it's probably 15 years ago, because I have 17 years clean, but I walked into Department of Corrections in Colorado Springs with a box of donuts, you know, just to talk to them about who we are and what we are. And when I went to the World Convention in Hawaii, and I saw the addicts connect behind the walls, every hair on my arm stood up. And I thought to myself, one day Colorado will do that. And do you know that it's so incredible to bring them together. And it's so easy as long as you develop relationships. So please get Phil's number, get Chris's number. You know, I'm willing to give my number. And I think at the end of the day, together we can, right? So that's all I have. I just wanted to add that developing relationship is the most important factor. And we also, I'll say one more thing. We had a World Learning Days, World WSLD here quite a few years ago. And so we put together all of our connections from Department of Corrections, did a Friday afternoon at WSLD. And the World Service Office was so impressed with the relationships that we have developed with Narcotics Anonymous, with DOC, because that's the key. So anyway, that's all I have.
Thank you so much. So you guys are all fabulous, wonderful, wonderful information. And if anybody else is looking for more information, please go to the chat and pull up the contact information that all of our presenters have put in there. They would be more than willing to talk with you and help you with anything else. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody participating. Great questions, great presentations. And let's go ahead and close out with a moment of silence and followed by the gratitude, or I'm sorry, followed by the serenity prayer. Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you guys so much.